Come through, Queen. I wanna see ya. Come through, Queen.
Hi, everyone. It's Dan.
And Brendan.
And this is Come Through, Queen.
Oh my God.
Hi, Brendan.
Hi. What's going on?
We're getting ready for the Ranj Off the Rails recap.
I know. We are going to watch it together.
If we work in tandem,
Yes.
we'll make it happen. I watched the first 7 minutes. I was like electrified by that.
Mm-hmm.
So I am excited to watch that. But we do have some news. We do have some other shows to get to first.
Should we get into the news?
The news that really was only a matter of time. It hit us when we least expected it.
Yeah. So this is from Variety. Stassi Schroeder joins Vanderpump Villa season 2 and lands her own reality show at Hulu. So former Vanderpump Rules star Stassi Schroeder has been cast in season 2 of Hulu's Vanderpump Villa alongside her former boss, Lisa Vanderpump. In addition to joining the show's cast, Schroeder has also signed a deal with the streamer, and her first project is developing a comedic half-hour docu-series called Stassi Says.
Okay. Now, I feel like we talked about Vanderpump Villa recently.
Maybe. We talked about it in the context that the Dorinda show is going to be styled after Vanderpump Villa.
That's where we talked about it. And I said, when we talked about that last week, I watched like an episode or two of Vanderpump Villa and it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
I had no burning desire to finish it.
So I think this is interesting in many different ways. First of all, obviously, Stassi was let go from Vanderpump Rules because of the racism stuff from 2020. Obviously, we have since seen Kristen Doty and Jax Taylor rejoin not Vanderpump Rules, but The Valley, the Vanderpump spinoff. And Jax was on Vanderpump Rules.
Oh, yeah. Judy was as well.
Oh, was she?
Remember the finale?
Oh, yes, last year.
When she stomped onto the scene
slides.
in her slides.
Yeah. So word on the street is that they wanted Stassi for The Valley.
I think Stassi talked about it.
Yes. She talked about that actually on Jeff Lewis Live. I'm going to plug the hat that I'm wearing. Thank you, Tall Pale.
Yes.
And Stassi said no because she isn't friends with any of those people.
Which is not true.
Right. No, it's kind of true. I mean, she's kind of friends with Kristen, but that's it, right?
Not Brit. Oh, Brittany's bad because
they had a falling out around Stassi's wedding.
Yes.
Because they lied about the reason for not going to the wedding.
But Stassi's always popping up in pictures with other Vanderpump people.
Yeah. Okay. So there's that, and then I just think it's so interesting that she was convinced to come back to a Vanderpump project, and it was obviously because she gets her own project in tandem.
Yes.
And the thing about Stassi is that she's a phenomenon that I've been really fascinated by.
A phenomenon?
I wouldn't go that far. Since she left Vanderpump Rules, because I check in on her Instagram every once in a while. I don't follow her, but then I look at her content, and the amount of engagement that she gets is through the roof. She's not like one of those people who has so many followers and gets no engagement.
Yeah.
She has so much engagement. So many people I know still follow her and love her.
So, okay, question. The engagement arises out of she's posting hey gang, what are we having for dinner tonight? What is she saying? What is she?
She's posting on Instagram like everybody else posts on Instagram.
No, I wasn't sure if there was a question for the audience.
No.
Okay.
People are just into her life.
So they're yes, queen,
yeah.
And I mean, your child.
She has 2 best-selling books. The one that she sold after this all happened was a bestseller. Apparently, she has a 3rd on the way. Her podcast is wildly successful.
But she did say, I'm done with reality television.
But we all lie.
Sometimes the check is just too good, I guess.
Yeah. And I don't know. I just like, unfortunately, think that this season of Vanderpump Villa is going to be wildly successful because of Stassi.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that like she has such an engaged following.
Because she's asking, hey guys, what's for dinner?
I love how like I think that's the way I could like build a following. Okay, no. Like the fact that so many people are engaged saying what they're having for dinner, it's like, oh, like all these people have been like waiting patiently.
Yeah, to be asked.
For this moment for her to return to the television screen.
Oh, okay.
So we got Vanderpump Villa, and then we have a half-hour docu-comedy, Stassi Says.
This is going to be in the style of, I think like Nikki Glaser had a reality TV show that was like similar to this, where it's like antics with her family, probably.
And here's the thing. Half-hour reality, I tend to not like these days.
Okay.
Like when it occasionally pops up into my orbit, it's like it's over before things can even get going.
Exactly. Like what's one that's happening now? I mean, the Kardashians back in the day, wasn't that half hour? Like when they first started.
Oh, maybe
when it was docu-comedy.
Well, now the Kardashians, like each episode on Hulu feels like a major motion picture.
I have a question about the Kardashians.
Yes, Brendan.
Have you noticed nobody's talking about them?
No one's talking about them.
Like, in a way that I haven't experienced since before they first came into our lives.
So, it was actually one of the few shows that like Alex and I kept up with post baby, kind of religiously, only because it's like the perfect show for the lobotomized.
Sure.
It's like I don't want to think at all.
Perfect show for people asking, "Hey, what's for dinner?"
Well, like actually, when we're watching it, like that question has been answered in the home.
No, but okay, so you're watching is the answer here, but what I'm talking about is people might be watching,
Oh yeah,
but nobody's talking about them.
there's nothing to talk about.
There's no stories about them anymore.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So, not excited for like half hour.
One thing I did notice, so I just was like, I've been actually rewatching season 1 of Vanderpump Rules. Actually, I made this happen because I was rewatching season 1.
They were like, hold on, let's check the numbers. Brendan Davis is watching season 1. We got to get her back.
We got to green light it.
Yeah.
Katie Maloney seems to have not acknowledged this.
A witch?
Yeah.
A fellow witch?
She hasn't like even liked any of the posts.
Oh, so you're keeping your eyes peeled.
Yeah. Well, because I follow Katie, so it's easy to see. Christina Kelly's all over it, and I'm guessing
She's jonesing.
we're gonna see Christina Kelly on the. Christina Kelly's gonna be doing some comedy.
So Christina Kelly might be what pulls us in.
I mean, in Stassi Says, Stassi has to say something to somebody.
She needs an ear.
Yeah.
A friendly ear.
And last time I checked, Christina Kelly had 2.
She was always a loyal soldier.
Yeah.
Dragging Sheena Shea's crop top wedding dress with Stassi.
I know,
famously.
though, like, Sheena Shea was ahead of her time, I would say. I would say.
Style icon.
Yeah. So that's that. It'll happen. I'm predicting huge ratings.
But like, what does huge ratings even mean
I don't know.
on Hulu?
I don't know. Do they release?
I don't think they release.
Okay.
They'll just say this is the best show that's ever aired on Hulu.
Yeah.
That's how they'll announce success.
But speaking of that, I wonder if like Stassi will go to like the Hulu upfronts with the Kardashians.
Interesting.
Anything else before we head over to Dubai?
No.
Okay. Okay, so we're in Bali still.
Yeah, we sure are. On the heels of Voice Memo Gate.
Yes.
Which Voice Memo Gate ends up being just like a bunch of dumb bitches saying yes exactly to each other. Like,
Yes, exactly.
like, I thought this was a smoking gun, and then it was just like everyone's just misinterpreting what Dr. Sarah is saying.
I know.
And like, I hate having to like land on Dr. Sarah's side.
It's annoying. But I will say, okay, first of all, just like the culture of voice memos in general, it is a really intimate medium.
Yeah.
So I do agree that it is kind of the ultimate betrayal to forward along a voice memo. Because if somebody is being vulnerable enough to you where they are putting their voice to recording and you forward it along, that being said, forward this along. This podcast.
So there's three culprits here at work. There's Lisa Milan for forwarding it to Chanel. There's Chanel bringing it up at the dinner table with Stanbury and Talene. And then there's Stanbury bringing it to the group. Now, you're arguing that Lisa Milan is the ultimate culprit. But, like, for me, that was the example of two bitches saying yes exactly to each other. Because it's like, they're trying to work out, what does this even mean?
Yeah.
Lisa Milan's intention isn't like, oh my God, listen to this. It's like, is she saying that she, like, is not a fan of Brooks or something else?
Maybe I don't think Lisa Milan is the ultimate culprit here, which I don't think I ever said. I just think the ultimate betrayal is sharing voice memo stuff. And I think, like, in this, Ayan is almost the worst one.
Yeah, no, I was going to get to her as the ultimate culprit. Like, I'm just saying, like, for Lisa, it's, like, more of, like, trying to come to an understanding of what I am listening to.
Sure.
Whereas Ayan is, and it's hard for the girls to say it on the show, but Ayan's the one who's discussing this and bringing it to the light of the camera for the first time. Once that happens, you really can't crucify Stanbury. Like, Stanbury is just being
a professional,
a player of the game.
Something has to happen at this dinner.
Yeah.
And it's going to be voice memo.
So Ayan's like crying, screaming, yelling, kicking people out, crying some more. And it's just like a whirlwind of stupidity because it's like you're really the one at fault here.
Yeah.
And you're like angry at everyone.
Exactly.
What's interesting though is reunions filmed. This episode makes it seem like Ayan is the most pissed at Stanbury. But present day, they are two sisters.
They are two sisters, like, going out together after the reunion. Like, Ayan's doing toasts to Stanbury.
And Talene.
And,
like, that's the dream team.
Yeah. And, I mean, they're hanging out with Uba, too, Ayan's cousin.
Of course.
Yeah.
Keep it in the family.
Yeah.
So that's the voice memos. Production question. Like, we are, like, Ayan's leaving. Then, like, Lisa's going to go talk to her. And then we're getting, like, 20 minutes later. Like, did they take the mic off of Lisa? Like, why are we not having, like, hot mic moments from that interaction?
I don't know.
It's like, if we could hear Lisa Barlow talking about Meredith Marks fucking half of New York, we surely should hear two women on the show talking to each other.
Yeah, because, like, on this, like, don't they even have, like, booms present even though they're mic'd as well, just so we get everything?
Well, I mean, I think this is inside of Ayan's hotel room.
Okay.
But, like, in my mind, no camera, no boom, but the mic is still on Lisa.
Sure.
Because
Yeah.
we're gonna go clubbing.
Yeah.
Straight from here.
Mm-hmm. Clubbing.
It's like when the girls are screaming like, I'm having so much fun. To me, it's like the lies we tell ourselves.
Well, I mean, that was mostly Talene. Talene was doing a lot of the acting here.
We got Stanbury on stage.
Well, no, I mean, like, but like Talene was literally yelling, "I am having so much fun." The fact that like they're having just like what seems like bottom shelf tequila, and did you see the cut to Stanbury where like she can't keep it down? She's like dribbling.
No wonder she had such a rough hangover.
Yeah.
She's not used to these beverages.
Exactly.
We got Fabio leading us. Did we meet Fabio tonight? And now he's leading us from place to place.
Yeah, he's the GM of one of the places. He's essentially the Peter of this club. And it's just like, this probably hasn't happened to you in a long time because you've been married for a while and you've been in a relationship for longer. But like have you ever had a situation where somebody's like, I'm going to set you up? I think you'd be like perfect for this like one person I know. And then you meet that one person and that person who like set you up like couldn't be more wrong.
Well, I mean, that's like the magic of like a straight person trying to set up two gay people. It's like, well, you're both gay. So we got that going.
Yeah, but this happened to me probably like 2 years ago where I was like at brunch with a couple friends and then one of my friends was like, oh my God, I'm going to invite my friend. I think like you guys would be perfect for each other. And I met the person and I was like, this is awkward.
I feel like love could have won.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was always my favorite of like, just, like you both are gay. So like, that's it. That's all you really need.
True.
At the end of the day.
I feel like you both are gay. We roll our eyes at it, but then like if it is a wedding,
it could hit right in the right moment.
If it's like a wedding, I feel like no matter whatever happens at a wedding, if you both are gay, you're gonna at least like flirt.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Dr. Sarah, it hit me today. Who she like kind of reminds me of? Hilaria Baldwin.
Oh, yeah.
Like the spirituality, the like, how do you say,
the cucumber thing,
the cucumbers. Just like I feel like they're like one and the same for me.
Yeah. Speaking of which, cucumber guy, he's all the rage on TikTok.
I'm ashamed to say I did not click through.
Okay, it's this guy he says you should eat like one cucumber a day, and then he mandolins the cucumbers, and then he makes like a little recipe in the like deli container.
Now, are we talking like a Persian cucumber, like a little cutie, or like
a big one?
One of those big ones. So I don't even like the big ones because the seeds are too big.
Okay.
I like the little Persian cuties.
No, like the long one?
No, yeah, I don't want that.
Okay, that doesn't matter. It's the stuff he puts into it. And you would actually like the stuff he puts into it.
So puts into what?
So he slices the cucumber, then he makes a little concoction with it in the little deli thing.
What's the deli thing?
Like, you know those deli containers that are like about this high.
Like a soup? Like a wonton soup
like
container?
Yeah. Okay. So like he'll put in like kimchi, soy sauce, like all sorts of stuff, and like make like a little like salad within it. It's all the rage. You'll get it on Reels like in 2 weeks, or what do you watch? Like Twitter? It'll be on Twitter in a week.
What do you watch, you pig? Okay. But Stanberry and Talene both hung over it. That was fun for me. And then like Dr. Sarah did have me laughing where like when she was like talking about Stanberry, and I think she was being a little like dramatic in terms of like as if like Stanberry was behaving so badly in the car. She was just like hungover and like annoyed with being hungover.
Yeah, I mean, she was hungover and annoyed with being hungover. I'm not on Team Sarah here, but like in a way that was like she was loud about it, you know?
But what made me laugh was like when she did the impersonation of like when Stanberry like picked up the phone with like Sergio and was like, oh, like how's it going, honey? I miss you, honey. And then Sarah's like, why can't you miss us, honey, darling? Like, like Stanberry, like grumpy Stanberry is the best.
Yeah, I mean, she is a star.
Her like trudging along this like whatever this is.
Eat, pray, love.
The praying part of this, the eat, pray, love.
Yeah.
And the way they made like it seemed like such a big deal for Lisa not to want to pray at the statues.
Right.
I was like, I'm kind of with Lisa. Like, what? I'm not like just praying willy nilly at like things like.
Yeah, I feel like she was being kind of normal. It's like if you are in a situation where you are partaking in like a service or something that is not the religion that you usually practice, you usually sit out.
Yeah, I mean, you could like be with the gang.
Go through the motions a little bit,
but you don't have to if the guy's saying like, okay, go give this statue this gift and pray to the statue, she's gonna be like, no, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Pray.
It's like I don't like take communion in a Catholic church, even though I was raised Catholic. Yeah.
Yeah. When Stanberry was the only one who didn't like sit in the waterfall. Loved it.
The thing is, like, with how hungover she was, the waterfall probably would have
Helped. Yeah, for sure. And then, like, the last scene happened so quickly, I could, like, hardly even wrap my mind around it.
So the dresses.
The giving of the dresses by Lisa, and this is part of the food component somehow.
It's because they're going to dinner.
Yes. And she gives ugly dresses to the girls she doesn't like.
Yeah.
Is that Talene, the color for Talene was like, it looked like ash.
Right. Is she purposely giving ugly dresses to the girls she doesn't like? Or is that what they're saying?
One could think.
Okay.
But the way Brooks is like freaking out over mustard yellow. Ay.
Okay, Brooks.
Wait, Brooks. Happy birthday, Brooks.
Happy birthday, Brooks.
36.
36, but like people online are saying she's actually 39. What is the truth?
So to me, it's like this is another lie in a web of lies. Like I don't believe anything that comes out of Brooks's mouth.
Yeah.
To me, she's almost like she reads more as my elder than even my junior.
Yeah. Insane. I mean, I'm older than her.
Yeah.
Alleged age.
You're her elder.
Yeah.
Well, 36 is present day. So when she filmed this, she was like 34, 35.
No way.
Get
Jose.
out of here. Come on. There's only so much we could take.
Her confessionals.
Your theory.
This is actually not an original theory.
Oh.
Actually, German to the show Gemma texted me about this a few days ago and I hadn't watched yet.
Right.
She, keep an eye on Brooks. She does seem a little, I don't know, under the weather.
Under the weather. Oh, dear. Okay, keep an eye, everyone, in her confessionals.
I just feel like she's kind of like eyes almost closed, a little bit of a slur.
Okay, interesting. I'm going to make sure I pay attention next
Yeah.
time. Shall we go to, speaking of drinking and slurring, shall we go to Orange County?
Sure. I mean, great episode.
Okay, here's the thing. It is a great episode. I don't like this on Thursday. Even though I'm loving recording on Mondays, I'm not in the right mind space for Orange County on a Thursday.
It really has switched up my entire point of view. Just like, no, I'm not even saying I'm not saying in a good way.
What has switched up your point of view?
Them airing on Thursdays because of we've then switched up how we do things.
Yeah.
So now I've got the whole end of the week, but I don't like it Thursday either because I watched Big Brother instead of watching this.
Exactly, like Big Brother, it's a live show.
Yeah.
Like we're constantly being spoiled left and right for Big Brother. It's like our one opportunity to see something like fresh and live. Mm-hmm. So we need to watch it live. And then like sometimes I just don't have it in me to do like 2 shows in one night.
Yeah. That being said,
a lovely season, a lovely episode.
Heaven.
Okay. Terry Dubrow. I like when paparazzi take pictures of me. If someone could tell me the number of who to call to get paparazzi photos taken, I want to know. It's like, Diva, do you think we're all stupid? Like, as if like the concept of celebrities calling paparazzi is like absurd and like, oh,
Right.
I didn't know that I could do this. Like,
Yeah.
I could do this. Like, come on, Diva.
I know. Though when he said that, I was like, that sounds like something Dan would do, or something Dan would say.
Okay.
Like-
Yeah, if I'm like lying.
No. Like you would love to get
Oh,
photos taken of you.
No, I don't love. I actually like. I don't love photographing.
Okay. Also, to this entire conversation, I will say I was listening to the Dumois podcast.
Oh.
Because Jeff Lewis was on it. And they were talking about this. And I know Dumois, take her with a grain of salt, but she was saying that the photographers she knows, or like the paparazzi people she knows, said that the people, whoever took the photos of the Dubrows in Disneyland is like known as like a Disney like paparazzi.
Oh,
and so she believes they could have Heather could be telling the truth.
Okay, but question from the audience now: do the Dubrows, at the point where photos are now being taken, do they know paparazzi is there?
I don't know.
That the only answer can be yes, because the way that they are lovingly posing with each other is quite psychotic.
Yeah. I still think that there's something to my theory that I said last week, where I think that Disney might like have certain people that they hire, and like when VIPs come in, they just like let everyone know of the situation.
Okay. Interesting. Well, I mean, I know you're living Dubrows world, so you're going to come to her defense any chance you get.
No, that podcast doesn't exist anymore. It's now called like Let's Talk.
Dumb change, I would say. Okay. Shannon Bedore is saying Heather Dubrow is the most sensitive person in the group. Now, Heather is, I would say, unnecessarily sensitive for her lot in life.
Yeah.
But like Shannon is also very sensitive.
Yeah, but I think like Shannon, at the end of the day, can take the punches in a way that nobody else can.
Well,
like she will have a reaction, obviously, but she still comes to work every day.
Okay. I wish I could like give credit where credit is due, because this one tweet had me laughing, and like I cannot stop thinking about it. It's like it goes like this. Heather plot points for the season. Heather Dubrow deciding like how many multi-million-dollar homes to buy. Shannon Bedore. And it's like Shannon Bedore, and it's a video of like Lara Croft Tomb Raider and like the modern day games. And she's like, there's like glaciers. She's like ice picking. There's like bombs going off, like guns being shot at her. She's slipping. She's falling. Like she's like fighting for her fucking life. And it's like, yeah, that's Shannon Bedore making it through a season of Orange County, while Heather Dubrow decides how many multi-million-dollar homes to buy. Shannon just getting it from every angle.
I love it. I love her for it.
There's more to that, but like we'll get to that in a minute. Okay, Gina Kirschneider lives in fear. I think that can be said.
God, like poor Gina here. Like she's like taking it from Heather in a way that's like, come on, be nice to Gina.
Like Gina, you got a new girly pop. This is your very first soldier.
Right.
You've never been bestowed a soldier before.
And you were given the soldier from Sutton.
From Sutton, like she is like the city of like Sex and the City. Like she's like the fifth girl in Sex and the City. That she's the 8th housewife this year.
Is Sutton?
Sutton's track, yeah. So like you've already been blessed twice, and now you're gonna turn on your soldier. That's like one of the ultimate war crimes, I think. Turning on your fellow man.
Let's not talk war crimes.
So I do love Emily calling out the situation in conversation with Tamrat. So that's fun for me. Emily Shane anniversary, love wins. Pizza love.
Yeah.
Sexy photos, new rings.
He got a side of fries with the pizza.
Which to me, so like I'm not a pizza connoisseur.
Pizza and fries don't go.
It's like carb on carb. No.
No, I mean like pizza, like carb. You do carb on carb with pizza. Like,
in what way?
Like a breadstick.
No.
Yeah. Like if you go to like Domino's. The funny thing about going to like some place like Domino's.
But that's not even like. That's like That's like, I don't even know the right. Like,
You don't know anything about this world, so don't tell me that's like.
oh, shit.
The funny thing about Domino's, though, is that people will get a pizza, but then for their appetizer, they'll get a cheesy bread that comes with a little side of marinara. So basically, you're getting a pizza with the appetizer being a deconstructed pizza.
Exactly. Like, no. Why? No.
Because it's good.
I actually I don't like. I'll take this even a step further. Like, I don't really understand when like people get pasta and then like serve like garlic bread with the pasta.
Okay.
Like, that's too much for me.
Okay.
Like, let's focus on the pasta and then pair it with like a nice bright salad.
Sure. Well, no, you get all three is the thing. And the same with pizza. I mean, like classic, like if you're like in New York City, Long Island, you get your pizza, you get like the nice salad that comes with like you can get like a Greek salad, but like, or just like a typical, okay.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going pizza and then we're involving Greece for some reason? No.
Okay.
Get out of here.
They're like right next to each other.
I know, but it's like, let's go to Greece.
Or you just get like or the house salad that comes with like an Italian dressing, some like red onions, some olives, some like, a peppercini.
I hate those olives.
Okay.
From the can they come from. That's Medigan.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else you want to tell me about pizza culture?
I do. Actually, I'm going to be having pizza in this upcoming week. My
Okay.
famous like once a year time when I'm on
Pizza
vacation.
with no cheese. It's not pizza. You're gonna, what's on it?
I'll report back. I'll let you know which one I got. Okay. Katie crying to Gina.
Yeah.
It's like, I thought we were war buddies. And then here you are leaving me out to dry.
Yeah.
And like, everyone's like kind of chastising Gina for like leaving her out to dry.
As they should.
As they should.
Oh, Katie's daughter's a Twitch streamer.
Okay. Katie's daughter, move over Hadid girls. Because we got a doll who's been on 2 episodes and has 120,000 followers on Instagram.
Well, I think she had the followers before
Yeah,
the
yeah,
show.
I know. But it's like, oh, I didn't realize like all eyes were on you.
Yeah.
What are we streaming? What's the doll streaming?
I actually did click into her
Oh,
Twitch
you
stream.
did?
It wasn't a game I recognized.
Okay.
But
Talk
something.
me through it.
I don't know.
Are we shooting? Are we?
I think there was something shooting, but I don't know. She's also, I feel like maybe does like anime cosplay stuff, so also exists in that world.
Okay.
And I think sometimes she just like streams maybe her life. Because isn't that a thing? Like people like on Twitch sometimes just like stream themselves.
So like for me, the toughie is like, well, it's stationary. Like, so you're just sitting there
Talking.
Like, how much life can be lived?
I don't know, but people do live streams like that all the time, like
Okay.
Instagram Live, basically.
Oh yeah, it's crazy that people still do that.
Okay. Anyways, maybe you should become a Twitch streamer, Dan.
Yeah. After my gaming renaissance this past weekend.
Like you have an angle here too. It's like a gay dad Twitch streamer. There's not many of those.
Okay. Sure. I'm not sure how that all like meshes together, but
It's like people love a story.
oh, okay. So I'm like talking about parenting while gaming.
You don't have to like. It doesn't have to be that deep.
Okay.
I'm like I keep on trying to like get you different like places for people to follow you, and you never listen.
Okay. Shannon and the dad.
I love seeing this man.
Now, remind me. The dad's been single for a long time because like Kelly Dodd was trying to fuck him,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I think Kelly Dodd hit on him. I don't know if she was actively trying to F.
Okay. And then like we're talking about the lawsuit, blah blah blah. Tam Rat visiting Alexis Bellino.
Lexi.
Now, I think now we could start talking about Alexis Bellino. Do we go by a Bellino, or are we just
We
simply
go by
Alexi?
Bellino.
All right.
I think actually we really go by Bellino because a big thing of like Shannon's is that like I can't believe that I'm in 2 lawsuits involving a Bellino.
Okay. So if you remember, a year or two ago, Alexis Bellino comes back onto the scene vis-a-vis Emily Simpson. And she's just like a normal person at this lunch, right?
Yeah, the only thing abnormal that I was reminded of, she ordered like a Prosecco and vodka or something at that lunch. Something weird.
Okay, but like a drink or food order is
Yeah.
hardly a crime.
She was also on Below Deck, and like she was like really horny for her then boyfriend on it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So like I just feel like from the last time we saw her on OC, which was just maybe ordering a questionable drink, has now jumped out the window.
Well, I also like there's another stop that I feel like needs to be talked about, especially for later this episode when we bring Vicky in. Alexis Bellino was one of the dolls who came onto the stage at BravoCon to give Vicky her lifetime achievement award.
Oh, yes.
So that was right before cameras went up in OC, pretty much. Not right before, but like a couple months.
We're in the new year.
Yeah, a couple months.
Okay. I guess we'll get to the dinner when we get to the dinner, but like we get the whole like, oh, you invited Debbie Downer instead of Lexi, happy-go-lucky Lexi.
She's just like, her confessionals are also just like very over the top in a way that like it's almost like she's been studying Vicky and Shannon's like the way they go through life and move.
It doesn't even feel like the same woman who gave confessionals like when she was on the show.
And then at the dinner, not to jump ahead, she uses the term liar face, which is a Vicky Gunvalson original.
Well, we got that. And then when she says, since we're going there, look who's in my world now, as if like she ate.
Right.
Like as if she made like an iconic reference. How many people on this planet remember Vicky telling Alexis Bellino, "Welcome to my world"?
I mean,
did you remember this?
I remembered it after they showed the flashback.
But it took if
exactly. That's what I'm saying. If
she had just said, "Welcome to my world," now you would not have had any idea what she was talking
exactly.
about.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, I didn't even remember like the flashback occurring.
Oh,
not that I'm like thinking AI is generating images. I'm just saying like it was such a non-event for me that like I don't even remember watching that.
Once I saw the flashback, I remember it being a thing.
Okay.
For like briefly during that season.
Sure. Okay. Now, we're at the dinner, and we're arriving. Shannon and Vicky in a car together.
Yes.
Now, Shannon needs whoever she can get. Mm-hmm. But Vicky's not a reliable soldier.
Well, yeah, because Vicky's, at the end of the day, in it for herself. But I think she was an okay soldier in this battle.
Going into this being like, are we going to whoop it up? It's like, maybe let's not talk about whooping it up.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually almost wish... I mean, I liked Vicky being back. This is the exact speed I want Vicky at.
Definitely.
But I almost wish that, like... Shannon maybe would have like arrived with like Katie, because I feel like Katie could help Shannon.
Okay, I see it. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the vision.
Yeah.
I'm loving Emily at this dinner.
Of course you are.
Are you not?
No, I'm just saying you're the biggest Emily fan.
I feel like she can have conflicts, but she also knows how to engage in other people's conflicts.
Sure.
And not an annoying way.
Yeah.
Like she's almost like the mediator translator.
Exactly. And she's speaking truth in this, especially like at the like near the end when she's like to Alexis, you can't say that you want to get to know Shannon after like bringing these receipts to this dinner.
Yeah.
In this speakeasy space.
Well, also she's like fighting with Tamara, who she's friends with Tamara, of like how Tamara's behaving.
Yeah.
And Tamara is a monster.
It is wild.
Such a misplay.
She thinks she is the best housewife to ever play the game, but she is misfiring so far.
I'm afraid we're going to get back to where we ended the first go around.
That's what people are saying, but I actually think like Tamara will see this and she will
Course correct,
maybe overcorrect, because she doesn't really know the mountain through the trees. What's I don't even know what term I'm trying to say.
See the trees from the forest. She's a mountain tree. Same to her, really. I mean, like screaming that she's an alcoholic, and it's like Tamara, like. And like Tamara's argument of like why her drinking's not a problem is essentially just boils down to like, well, I'm like a fun drunk and you're like a mean drunk. It's like, well, that's not really like the barometer of like what makes an alcoholic.
And also like it also came down to like I haven't gotten a DUI, and it's like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, it was like brave of Gina and Emily to stand up to Tamara being like, oh no, like I think she's like made some changes and stuff.
Yeah. I do like to see, it's a good look for Shannon to be on like friendly terms in like a seemingly real way with Gina and Emily.
Oh yeah, it used to be like out of desperation. Like during COVID, like she was friends with them like because she had nowhere to turn.
There was like no other cast member.
Yeah, it was like Vargas Vodka or these two.
Speaking of which, Vargas Vodka is back next week.
To pour vodka for everyone. Okay. No, Vicky. No, Vicky. This had me screaming and laughing. I don't remember who it was who brought up Vicky like talking shit about Tamara online. Mm-hmm. When they showed the
traitors,
the Tamara traitors announcement, and Vicky comments like the perfect show for you, which at the time I think we were like hooting, hollering, screaming from the rooftops of like how funny that is.
Did we like name that one true queen one week? Probably.
It's very possible. And then like everyone at the table being like, well, that's like not nice, Vicky. And it's like, well, because what happened? She traded. When she says she traded, it's like being my fans. What is trading?
I don't know.
And then, so then like Tamara wins me back by saying, no, I'm not a traitor. I'm a faithful. I was screaming. I was pointing at the screen. I was like, that's the titular line.
Right.
Oh my God. Shannon running out. And then when Jen Pedranti comes out, being like, it completely hurts my feelings that no one came out to see if I'm okay. To the person that is coming out to see if she's okay. Well, Jen Pedranti is like Gina and Emily back during their debut to Shannon right now.
Yeah. I will say I want to give credit to Jen Pedranti first for being beautiful and Katie for being beautiful, but their side conversation during all the melee, is that what it's called? Melee?
Melee, yeah.
Melee?
Melee? What the fuck? Like a mealy potato?
Yeah. And then later, Heather Dubrow and Emily's like side conversation about Shannon.
Yeah.
Like it was, we were doing good side talk.
It was reminiscent of Cartagena.
Yeah, but it brought levity to the situation.
Yes. When Vicky gives her like a goodbye speech of this is so toxic, you have to be kind, especially when we're women of faith. And then like going around the table saying like, you're a woman of faith, you're a woman of faith. Like we all believe in Christ. And it's like, he's saying this to like
Heather
Dubrow, Jewish woman.
Well, no, I noticed she did not point to Heather Dubrow during that, but I would have liked like a little beat or a moment or like a someone
facial
to
reaction.
Acknowledge that.
I know. I wish like there was something there. Yeah. But
also like, she's just meeting Katie. How does she know anything about her?
No, she's a woman. She could tell she's a woman of faith. And then, but like Emily does such a good confessional too. Like she's like, yeah, we should all support other women and buy Vicky's insurance.
And
Roll
then
footage.
roll footage was good. Yeah.
What a good time.
What a great time. We are going to now watch New Jersey at Rails.
I wish we were at Rails.
Yes, we have to go.
Yeah.
We are going to watch that and then be right back with our reaction. Okay, we're back.
We're back.
Thoughts, feelings?
It's sort of Inception vibes. I don't know if you ever saw that film, May.
I know the idea.
It's like the dream within the dream within the dream.
Okay, so in general, I actually thought that this format was fun and interesting.
It was fun and interesting, but I don't think we got anything good.
Yeah. Yeah, but to your point, I was commenting mostly on the Inception part of it. It was fun and interesting, but sometimes hard to follow. Because it's like we're watching people react to something that happened in the same room half the people are in.
Yeah.
And so it's like you really have to pay attention to outfits.
We're watching. Oh, yeah. Like, am I watching someone react in July 2024? Am I watching someone react in November 2023?
Yeah, and like most of the people were at least styled a little differently, but like Dolores had the same hairstyle.
Except like black and white.
Yeah, I mean, she appeared as Angel. in
Angel of my dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Angel of your dreams, really.
Of course, yeah. I was like, when she walked in, I was like, oh, she looks great. You're like, I don't know about that.
I was a little bridal for me.
Sure, well, hint, hint.
You're going to marry her.
Well, I was talking more about Polly.
Oh, Polly. Okay. Okay. So, the rooms. I thought both Fessler and Dolores were going to bounce. I thought that's what the reporting originally said.
Yeah, but it was only Dolores, and she only bounced for a little bit.
For like a second.
Yeah.
And I want to say something. To me, when Dolores is talking to the room she bounced into, feels like Dolores letting her hair down.
Oh, you think she's better
With that
group? Yeah, I think there's something there with her and Marge. There is like some unspoken like alliance that
Love.
like no, but I when they talk, I'm like it's fun. It's actually interesting because they're disagreeing over like secret side meetings happening before things, but I think they have the ultimate side meetings where they have some sort of agreement that supersedes like most any friendship on this show.
Okay. And when Dolores is in the room with Teresa, this isn't like a 1-for-1, like Gina being afraid of Heather Dubrow, but like Dolores cowers to Teresa, the idiot, for no reason.
She has to walk on eggshells, and like this thing where she needed to be on the right side of history in the thing that Louis said about Marge's son, she had to really like go the long way in order just to like get out like her point, which was, of course, she's right here.
And that kind of brings me back to bad storytelling of Jackie Goldschneider not holding a tomato, because in that fight, I guess you could say fight or argument between Dolores and Teresa, they don't really cut to Jackie's response of Louis saying the stuff about Marge's son.
Yeah.
Like, to me, the most interesting part is how did we get from Jackie and the dolls to Jackie and the devils?
Yeah. And like, where do they stand like to this day?
Well, as we know, this was filmed less than a month ago.
Yeah.
So this day,
No, I meant this day meaning
good.
like, I mean like
August 2024.
like where were we hanging out between Rails 1 and Rails 2? Like, was there a friendship there? Like, are like Evan and Jackie going to like cookouts in the backyard of the Castle Ruelas?
Okay. We do know like Jackie and Fessler still have a podcast
Yeah,
together.
two Jersey J's. It's under the Two T's in the Pod
umbrella.
network.
Yeah. So I actually like. I'm gonna keep my eyes and ears peeled for like a Jackie Goldschneider response to all of this.
Oh, like when the other side does a response to the State of the Union.
Yes,
She should go live right now.
I need the Judas Goldschneider response.
Get her live on MSNBC.
Because, like, there's got to be something there. Either I need her to tell me what the something there is of, like, why she has forsaken Zia and Marge.
It makes no sense.
And if she can't give it to me, I need one of the other players to explain what's going on.
I feel like in 4 months, Jen Aiden will be bored, and she will decide to do like an Ask Me Anything on Instagram, and like some little nuggets will come out.
She's not, but she's not like the reliable narrator to me.
Who is? There's not one reliable narrator here.
Like, I do think Fuda does stand up to the terror.
Okay.
You know?
Sure.
She is able to like stand up for herself.
Okay. But like, is Fuda, speaking of that, is like Fuda somebody we want to like have a future with?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. And listen, I'm loving Danielle, but it's a toughie when we ask her, do you regret anything? And then she says, I regret not killing her.
Wild.
Like, do you want a shot? Do you want a shot? Regret doing what you did.
Yeah. The thing about Danielle is like she has the star power in a lot of ways.
She really does.
But she is missing the tact, one. So she says stuff like that.
Yeah.
She throws allegedly pictures, which like they had the picture sitting really close to her the entire time.
They were tempting her.
And then 3, it's just like everything. She's missing like the thing that we like about some housewives where we want to be them. Like it's like Gina wants to be Heather Dubrow.
Okay, right. Yeah.
Aspirational. There's no aspirational thing there except the husband.
I mean, like they seemingly have a loving family, even though like
no.
she no like the nuclear
The immediate. Okay.
the nuclear
Yeah. But she's like in a fight with
everyone else in the family. I know. Yeah, there's that.
So in general, I don't think that we need the major reboot of this show that everyone thinks we need. I like the past few weeks have been like so entertaining.
Riveting.
For me. Yeah.
I just don't know what pieces we're able to take from this puzzle.
I mean, if Margaret does what Teresa says and gets down on her hands and knees and grovels, that was a wild thing that Jackie said. Being like, I know you'll never make up with Melissa, but do you think there's a future with Margaret?
Like as much fun as I had in many attempts to hug over many years, like, you know, last week we said that was like one last hug, and this was like me like releasing my arms from the hug.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Teresa is important to the history of Real Housewives, but we're finally, I feel like we've been hitting a wall for years with her, but we've like bounced and found another path.
Yeah.
I don't see another path right now. Whereas with every other girl on the screen, I'm like, there is a path forward.
Yeah.
Even Marge, who like I think is one of the corniest housewives like to ever exist, I'm like, sometimes she makes me smile.
I mean, she kind of like delivered on the finale.
Yeah.
I mean, Teresa, it's like, okay, let's get her in the background of Making in Manhattan. Let's get her in Traitors. Let her like bop around like the New York girls are doing right now, where we're like, we can't shake them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's just, there's no logical argument with her.
Yeah.
And like the way she keeps repeating this episode, like, well, I'm vindicated. I proved my point. I laid the evidence out. Like, I'm still unsure of what this is that you proved.
Yeah. What exactly? Like, how did you prove that Margaret is behind all of this or whatever?
But even the behind all this, and I know I mentioned this last time, makes no sense. As if like these other players, like exes and this and the exterior people, can't get information out. We live on the information superhighway. Everyone can disseminate all the information and share it with the world. And if people are interested in that information, it will get picked up. As if like we needed the Jackie Goldschneider like stamp of approval for the Warrior video. Like, we didn't need Jackie Goldschneider to explain what is taking place in the video. Like, it speaks for itself.
Exactly.
I did have fun when Zia like made fun of the video. She's like, me and my brother.
Yeah. I will say, they now talk about the Warrior video as if it's like just bad in general. Everyone talks about it in that way, which is interesting because I feel like back when it came out, Teresa and Louis weren't talking about it as if it was a quote unquote bad thing.
Yeah. They were like, oh yeah, I was like breaking up with my girlfriend.
Yeah. Also, if this is like the biggest offense, like we're not really fighting it over anything that serious.
I know. Well, I guess what happens is it spills over into like people suing each other.
Oh, all his legal stuff. And then,
that's what it like spills into.
Speaking of which, I didn't do enough of a job in Provincetown.
Oh, of looking for evidence.
I know. And if anyone's still there, I know there's a few more weeks of summer. Please get the evidence. We need it.
You need to move through town like a detective. I don't know. I wish there was more of that like final one-on-one.
Oh, the confessionals? Yeah, I thought we were going to get them interspersed. I mean, like, the thing about this finale could have been better, but it was kind of a little too much people's couchy.
And the fact that they included Andy saying, like, it will all make sense. It does not all make sense. Like, I think we could have benefited from asking everyone other than Teresa questions and getting them to answer that question.
Right.
I have no questions for Teresa.
Yeah.
Because no answer is going to make any sense.
Of course. She doesn't know how to answer. Okay, let's go to the Freak of the Week and the One True Queen.
Oh, our Freak of the Week this week.
Okay, so this is from TMZ. So Brittany Cartwright is calling out her estranged ex-husband, Jax Taylor, on social media, telling fans he's not donating money to cancer research and telling Cameo to handle it. The reality star posted a screen grab from a video of Jax's Cameo, the platform where fans can buy personalized messages from celebs, where he claims he's taking every dollar and donating it to a charity fighting cancer. Welp, BC called out her former flame with a screen grab from the clip, calling him disgusting for not really donating the cash and tagging Cameo in the post to let them know about the alleged fraud.
Yeah, I mean, this is an allegation. We don't have confirmation from Cameo or anything, or like the organization that he's donating to. But it's interesting that this comes up, because if you remember from House of Villains, how he was like bragging to the Love is Blind guy about like all the money that he makes off of Cameo. It's like, dude, if you are caught doing this is like so low down and dirty.
And that it's interesting to me because like I know that Cameo does often do like charitable stuff that like happens as part of a promotion like in the app when you do it. But this must have been something where he was like, I'm going to do it on my own accord.
Sure.
Avery Singer needs to get him.
Avery Singer, step in.
JK, she was laid off, I think.
No! Okay. Our One True Queen this week.
So we actually did not discuss this yet. So
Well, the One True Queen is the alternate universe that we could have lived in.
Okay.
And this is that universe. Picture it. Summer 2024.
Oh, no. Oh, so we did discuss this.
Paris. Olympics. What could have transpired? Well, we could have had season 2 of The Real Girlfriends of Paris
Stop it.
filming during the Summer Olympics. Could you have imagined, like, what an iconic backdrop to a season that would have been?
I know.
I am...
We could have had, what's her name, giving museum tours to like Simone Biles and the guy who does the pommel horse and the guy with the penis.
Oh my God. So many tours.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think I saw online, like, someone shared that, like, Hey You was pushing Real Girlfriends, like, in conjunction with the Olympics airing.
I love that. We also know that Aja did at least listen to us once.
And the theme song did stick with her enough to sing along.
Yes.
So in that universe, she would be filming season 2 with the knowledge of Come Through Queen in her brain.
Exactly.
Wow.
Well, that's a good queen. I would have given it to Rails. I just feel like Rails has had kind of like a comeback season. We hadn't really like been at Rails for a while, it seems, in Jersey, but like they got mentioned in the title card of what we just watched.
Yeah. And like, it's interesting that it's like an iconic destination because it's kind of like a late in life landmark.
And we didn't get there till like season 7.
Whenever like Jacqueline came back.
Yeah, 7.
Okay.
Dolores' first season.
Okay. Wow. What a week.
Go to comethroughqueen.com.
Yeah, you have even like more real Olympics coverage in our Patreon pre-show.
I wouldn't call what we did real.
It was real to me. So go to comethroughqueen.com for links to Patreon, for the pre-show, links to social media, links to everything, and just like, comment, subscribe, heart, share, retweet.
Love us, please retweet.
We'll see you next week. Bye.
I wanna see ya come through, Queen.